Valve doesn't care about CSGO as a game. It's just a cash cow for them. Here's why. Hey, what's up guys, it's Turbo here and welcome back to a brand new video, and today I am mad because Valve is neglecting us. So to give you guys a little bit more context, this was the last update that they released before the most recent one, and it was on December 16th, 2022, and all they really did was just update a couple different maps, and that's about it. And then over 40 days later, they gave us some changes to Anubis, and that's literally it. And we were expecting so much from Valve. We were expecting a new operation, like Source 2, literally anything. Like a new case, new sticker capsules, because the last couple of years Valve has been on an absolute roll, pushing out new operations every single year with brand new skins, new collections. It's overall been a pretty awesome time, but 2022 was the first year that they didn't push out a new operation, so either it got delayed or they decided, you know what, let's just stop doing operations altogether. I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll be here in a few months, but I'm not really going to hold my breath for that. But regardless though, this could actually be a good thing if they actually use the time effectively, because normally they just kind of do the same thing for every operation. So what if this time they actually give us something revolutionary and they give us new ways to experience the game, new game modes, more missions, better missions? Like, there's so much potential and there's so much they could do, but it all really comes down to Valve. Like, are they going to mess it up? Is it going to be mediocre like most operations? Or is it going to be a standout one with Source 2? And then what if they made a game mode where it's kind of like a roguelike, where you have to survive against waves of enemies and you progressively get better and better weapons as you progress, and there's like boss enemies and there's like juggernauts and stuff, and it's kind of like the Binding of Isaac but CSGO? Because normally the operations are kind of like regular single player missions for a game where it's kind of the same every single time. So what if they kind of go in the roguelike direction and make it completely randomized, where every single time you play it, it's a slightly different experience? I mean, they could even just have a map that expands and it's like it's RNG every single time. I think that would be so much fun, but I don't know. Would Valve actually pull something like that out? And let me know in the comments down below if you guys would like a game mode like that. But in all honesty though, despite CSGO being the #1 game on Steam and probably Valve's biggest moneymaker, they don't really treat the game with the respect it deserves. They put all of their resources and attention into Dota 2, and then CSGO is kind of like off to the side, like, it's like our adopted son. Like, he's kind of cool, but we give our main son Dota 2 all the attention. Like, Dota 2 is the game that has the international with like the $30 million prize pool. But why don't they do something like that for Counter-Strike? It just doesn't make any sense. As a person who absolutely loves CSGO, I just want to see the game succeed, and I want to see the game do better, and I want to see Valve take it more seriously. It's 2023 and we're still waiting for a better anti-cheat that actually works. You know, we're still waiting for 128-tick servers so we can play matchmaking the way the game was intended to be played, instead of this dumbed down 64-tick version. Honestly, it's insulting. And we've been speculating for years that, oh yeah, the big update, the 128-tick Source 2 update is right around the corner. But what if it never comes? What if Valve just keeps pushing it off and off and off, and it just never happens, and the game just kind of stays the same? Ultimately, if you're playing on 128-tick servers, if you play on Faceit, it is the best FPS game ever made. But when you actually play the official matchmaking servers, the servers definitely make a big difference, and they do ruin the experience in my opinion. I mean, sure, it's all personal preference, but personally, like, for a competitive FPS game that requires that much speed and precision, I want to have the best servers available, because that makes it more fun, it makes it more competitive, and overall there's no good reason for them not to do it. Because it's not like, oh yeah, we only made like $50 billion last year. Dude, Valve has the money to upgrade the servers. They just don't want to do it because, like, they just want to squeeze the game dry and put in the bare minimum effort. And I'm speaking on behalf of the entire CSGO community, and I think everyone would agree. Like, if you disagree, just let me know. But as the biggest gaming community on the biggest platform on PC, I think we deserve more respect, because right now Valve just kind of treats us like second-class citizens, like we don't matter. They just give us the bare minimum, and they just give us these brand new cases and stickers just so they can make more money off of us. You know, we're literally just a cash cow for them. And yes, I'm going to compare CSGO to Valorant, because despite Valorant compared to CSGO being a horrible game in terms of its gameplay, I mean, you can either agree or disagree on that, but I think most Counter-Strike players would agree that the movement in the game sucks, the gunplay is awful, and it's all just about abilities. But there are two things that the game gets right. Three things, actually. Number one, the anti-cheat actually does its job, and it ends a game if it catches a cheater. Number two, the servers are super optimized, and they all run on 128-tick. You're always playing the same game that the pros play, which is definitely a plus in my mind. And number three, sure, there are no community servers, but in the official supported game modes that are in the game by default, where you don't have to go on a server or anything, there is more of a variety of game modes. There's more things you can do. Riot Games does their best to try to keep it as fresh as possible, while CSGO just kind of has the same game modes it's had since launch. I mean, Flying Scotsman is relatively new, but it came out like 6 years ago. There's Arms Race, which is kind of mediocre. There's Demolition, which nobody ever plays. Like, there's retakes, which are actually pretty useful for practicing the game. But come on, Valve, why don't you give us some new content? Give us some new things to do. Just give us some fresh new experiences on the side. It doesn't have to take away from the core game. There are so many games that do that, and it is absolutely incredible. And the fact that CSGO doesn't, I mean, sure, there's still the community server section, and there's still a lot of incredible fan-made content, but I want to see Valve push it out more. I want to see Valve take the community, take the best content, and kind of push it out to the masses, because I think that would be beneficial for everybody. Future Turbo here. So Valve released a brand new update while I was working on this video, and yet again, it's another very underwhelming update. Just a couple changes on a few maps that nobody really plays, so nothing really noteworthy. But when they finally drop Source 2, a brand new operation, some new skins, oh boy, dude, CSGO is gonna be lit AF. Who knows when that's gonna happen, right? So moral of the story, Valve doesn't seem to care about CSGO. Sure, they release updates here and there, but in my opinion, they aren't doing nearly enough. There's so many missed opportunities. There's so many things that they could do right, but they just choose to not do anything at all. And to be honest, I'm getting kind of sick of it, because I want CSGO to be better. I want CSGO to be the best game ever made. And the only way that that can happen is if Valve takes the game more seriously and starts treating it like the #1 game on Steam. Sorry for getting a little heated, but this is something that I'm very passionate about, and I'm not going to rest until Valve makes CSGO the best game ever. Anyways, if you guys agreed with what I had to say, or if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts. Let's keep the conversation going. Join the Discord server if you haven't already. And of course, stay safe, everyone. Subscribe with the bell icon if you haven't already, because it just takes a second and it means a lot. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. It's Turbo, and I'm out. Peace.